What up? What up, world? What's up, fam? Shout out to the subs. Shout out to the Cowboys Nation. Shout out to anybody who's out here listening to the channel all together. Today, we're just going to go over possible, not the draft this time, but we're just going to go over the schedule, Cowboys schedule. And I'm going to also predict the scores and all that stuff too as well. So hang tight, bear along with me. I'm looking for some open feedback too as well. If you got your predictions already, set it out. Don't be scared. Just go and get your prediction together. Put it down in the box below. You know how it go. And if you're not scared, go ahead. But at the same time, in the meantime or the in between time, this is what I got, and this is before the actual draft. So don't hold me hostage to this, all right? But neither here nor there. I have the Cowboys winning the first game. For those who know the schedule, we play the Giants, the New York Giants. We're gonna win 31-25 in Arlington Stadium. Tight game, tough game, like always a tough and tight game up that way. Normally our home games are not home field advantage. I've been to a few games, I know how it is. But I got the second week. We started off 1-1 because we lose to the Washington Redskins. They win 24-16. FedEx Stadium. Coach Garrett gonna make some type of play, call some type of call that's gonna hurt us down the line, and it happens. We lose 24-16. We 1-1, right? All right, so peep this out. We 1-1. We come back to the stadium, play the Chicago Bears. They got, I guess, they coach second year or something like that. We beat them. We handed to them actually 33-14 at home. And then we travel out to San Francisco. The Niners. We play the Niner Nation. The dreadful 49ers, right? Got no bone to pick with them. The old school rivalry. I understand it. We beat them though, 28-21. We beat them on their own turf. Revenge game from 2014, right? And then we play the Cincinnati Bengals, right? At the stadium at home. We come back. We play the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to have a hell of a game. Although it's going to be tight at first. We're going to be down 7. It's going to be like 7-3 down. But we're going to win this game 24-10, believe it or not. How about them Cowboys? Okay, so now we playing the Green Bay Packers. Shout out to the Packer Nation. Shout out to the Packer fans. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers too as well. He a beast out there on the field, but nevertheless, we win that game. Comeback, revenge game, however you want to label it. Dez goes off on this game. Whatever draft pick we get for like a wide receiver, he goes off on this game too as well. The score is 36-24. Cowboys Nation, show up and show out. So we enter the bye. That's October the 23rd. Circle that on your calendar. That's the day or weekend we just sit back and watch everybody else in the NFC lose or other teams get injured or what have you. I'm not wishing injury on anyone, but that's the week we just sit back, right? So we 5-1 going into the bye. Everybody's hyped. They talking about, Cowboy Nation, talking about Cowboys could possibly win the Super Bowl and this sort of thing. 105 the Fan, all those guys out there, Mike Fisher, everybody out there making all type of ruminating the fact that Cowboys are on path to win the Super Bowl and this sort of thing, right? So we get all the hype train, Jerry pumping the hype all into us, right? We play the Philadelphia Eagles. We lose big time, 38-22. Then leadership being a question and all this stuff. We get that, right? We get that heat again, 38-22, right? Philadelphia Eagles win. Eagles Nation, stand up. Shout out to the Eagle Nations out there in the world who so happen to listen to this channel. All right, so the next week we play the Cleveland Browns, right? Sunday, November the 6th. It's a away game. Everybody questioning Cowboys and this sort of thing. We managed to beat them 24-10. RG3 throws a couple of interceptions and this sort of thing. They pull them. They put whatever they backup quarterback in and this sort of thing. Now we play. It's a still away game. We play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hell of a game. Old school rivalry. If you was living during that times in the early 70s and mid 70s or what have you, and then in the 90s or what have you, we play them. Hard fought game. It goes into overtime 2020. And the Pittsburgh Steelers win the game 26-20. Ben Roethlisberger hit, one of the wide receivers on a slant and go route, and Carl was misplaced or something like that, and we lose that game 26-20. Okay, we all upset, we all mad, and all this stuff, and we got the pitchforks and stuff like that saying fire Coach Garrett. Whoever the running back we drafted, he fumbled the ball. It was like a horrible game. And then we go down and we play the Baltimore Ravens at home. We all hyped up. We saying that we're going to come back. We the NFC champs. We lose again, right? We lose 19-15, a real tight game. A game that was so tight it kind of like stabbed you in your heart. Like, dang, Cowboys supposed to win this one. Dang, man, how Romo hurt his shoulder or something like that. And then we got a Thursday game, Thanksgiving game. We played the Washington Redskins. We pretty much dominate the game. We win 30-26. Shout out to the Cowboy Nation again. We stand in the gap. We win that game by a landslide, basically. And they should start making some needless points towards the end. Then we travel again. Play the Minnesota Vikings. Adrian Peterson and your boys and this sort of thing. We win that game 38-17 in their new stadium. Cowboys back on the roll like cotton nail. Boy, we made for this. And we travel out to New York, right? New York, play against the New York Giants down there in New Jersey. We lose that game as well, 27-21. Everybody back off the bandwagon. Everybody mad and upset about Cowboys can't win big games and stuff like that because it's a primetime game on a Sunday at 8:30. Odell Beckham, whatever his name, Jr., shows his tail off, man. He catches about 3 or 4 touchdowns, dance and do all this other stuff, right? Cowboy Nation upset, everybody mad and this sort of thing. And then we go to Tampa Bay, play the Buccaneers. We win 28-17, kind of sort of like a revenge game. Heath gets another interception. Finally, somebody gets a turnover, right? but Heath gets another interception against Winston, and we win, like I say, 28-17. All right, now we got a Monday night game. We're pretty much sliding into the playoff. We already clinched the division. We play the Detroit Lions. We win. We beat them. No Megatron. Nobody can get us again on the outside and this sort of thing. So they really miss Megatron, and Dez go off, man. Dez burned the field up with this guy Slade or whoever that is out there trying to cover him one-on-one. Dez just burned him up. How about that? Even Jason Witten get like 2 touchdowns or something like that in that game. 35-28, okay? Then the last game of the season, we looking for revenge against the Philadelphia Eagles. They draw the schedule up so it could be a debate as far as, got to win to get into the playoffs. They kind of threw that Philadelphia game at the end, but it's a meaningless game, and we still don't rest our players. We come out guns a-blazing. We come out sharp. We come out hard in the paint. Cowboys win 31-14. Cowboys go into the playoffs, deep into the playoffs. Hell, they win the whole damn thing. They win it all. Tony Romo gets his first Super Bowl ring. How about that? That's my crazy prediction. But